Hey, how about it, race fans? Richard Allen of InsideDirtRacing.com and InsideTurtleTrack.com. And I'm coming at you with another edition of Rich's Ramblings with the preview and predictions portion of that for August the 24th through August the 27th. So we got a good bit of racing coming up here this weekend. So let's take a look at what we got. First of all, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will be in action. They've got 3 races this weekend, or I guess actually, if you want to be technical, they got 4 races this weekend. They've got a makeup race on Thursday night in Georgetown, Delaware. That one's going to pay $18,049 to win. So then they're going to move from there. They have a big weekend at Port Royal Speedway up in Pennsylvania. On Friday night, they'll have a pair of $5,000 to win races that will lead into the big $50,000 to win race on Saturday night. So they've got a big payday waiting ahead of them. Again, Lucas Oil's run through kind of a string here of 50,000 or more to win races that they've had over the last few weeks, and they're just going to add to that again this weekend up at Port Royal. So as far as the prediction part of it goes, I'm only going to predict the big race on Saturday. I'm going to pick a guy who's been in the news here the last couple of days, Tim McCreadie. It's been revealed that he and his Paylor Motorsports team are no longer going to be called the Longhorn Chassis House Car team anymore. They're still going to be in Longhorns, and still Paylor and Tim McCreadie are going to be together, but they're just not going under the name of the Longhorn Chassis House Car, as press releases said, as a mutual decision between the two of them, and Longhorn's going to continue to field a house car, just perhaps kind of realigning that just a little bit. But I'm picking Tim McCreadie to, I don't know, kind of build off of having been in the news here this weekend. And, it's up in his region of the country. He's from Watertown, New York. So he'll no doubt have a lot of friends and family and fans there cheering him on. So I think he's going to break through with a victory. And, of course, we're closing in ever closer to that Final Four, Championship Four, whatever you want to call it, race that's going to take place as far as the Lucas Oil Chase for the championship when they have the Dirt Track World Championship at Eldora later on out in October. So McCreadie currently right now is 4th in the Lucas Oil standing. So any solid finish just helps keep him building points up toward that finale, because he obviously wants to be included in that Final Four and run for a 3rd consecutive Lucas Oil Championship. So I'm taking Tim McCreadie to win at Port Royal this weekend with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series, World of Outlaws Case Construction Late Model Series will also have a big weekend. They've got 3 races this weekend as well, starting on Thursday night. All of theirs are in the same location up at Davenport, Iowa. They'll have a pair of 10,000 to win races on Thursday and Friday night, and then that will lead into Saturday. Their big race will be 30,000 to win up there. So again, kind of like with the Lucas Oil Series, I'm only going to pick the winner for Saturday night, and I'm picking Brandon Sheppard. It's kind of up in his region of the country there, Illinois, Iowa, up in that area. So 30,000 on the line, I think. And Sheppard has been running pretty well here lately. He's sort of, taken a week or two off in the past few weekends, sort of regroup a little bit, and I believe that's going to do him and his team good. So I foresee Brandon Sheppard pulling into victory lane up at Davenport on Saturday night. And then another race, a regional race that I'm going to talk about, the Valvoline Ironman Series. Both north and south will be at Lake Cumberland Speedway up in Kentucky. That race is paying $15,022 to win. It's the Harold Hardgrove Memorial Race. For that one, I'm going to pick Michael Chilton. Michael Chilton's always tough up in Kentucky. He was fast last week. I was up at Richmond Raceway watching that race there. He was very fast up there, but just kind of the brakes didn't go his way in the heat races and all that, and he wound up not getting the win in that event. But I think this weekend things will turn in his favor. So I'm picking Michael Chilton to win the Ironman race at Lake Cumberland. And then last, but I guess not least, the NASCAR Cup Series will be in Daytona for their regular season finale. So the 16 drivers who are going to be racing for the championship will be decided for sure. We know who 15 of them are anyway. So the 16th will be added into the mix here this weekend. And there's all kinds of potential. You got a lot of guys outside the top 16 who could potentially win. Chase Elliott, of course, Alex Bowman, AJ Allmendinger. There are several of them who could possibly win their way in. But I'm going to predict that that's not going to happen. I think an already winner is going to win again. I'm picking Kyle Busch to win on Saturday night at Daytona. Daytona is one of those, you could almost just put all the names up on the wall and throw a dart, and you're just as likely to pick the winner as you are to study through all the statistics and all this. But there's something just pointing me toward Kyle Busch. I'm not sure what it is. So with that said, I think the final playoff spot will wind up going to Bubba Wallace. He's in that spot right now, so somebody would have to unseat him. So like I said, an Elliott, Bowman, an Allmendinger, Chase Briscoe, somebody of that nature would have to win to knock him off. So I'm thinking that's not going to happen. But of course, it's Daytona. It could be anything. Who knows what'll happen. But I'm thinking it's going to be Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace securing the last playoff spot. But for now, this is Richard Allen of InsideDirtRacing.com and InsideCircleTrack.com, and that is my prediction and preview piece for August 23rd through 27th.